I want to say welcome to one and all to another airing of I Never Knew TV live version here in preparation for Groundings with my brothers and sisters, a holistic health conference in Philadelphia, October 12th. Looking forward to see you there. Um, we have special guest tonight, the People's Midwife, Midwife Asasiya, who will have a special class there at Groundings with my brothers and sisters. Midwife, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me. How everyone?
Everything is good. We are here. Um, for those who want to know, Midwife will be doing a workshop, and the workshop is called Nurturing Life, a holistic approach to childbearing. Discover how holistic practice can empower you to take control of your birthing experience. Um, Midwife, I want to get right into it. And the first question I have for you, which many people will have if they're unaware, what is a midwife?
Generally speaking, a midwife is a healthcare professional who is an expert in normal pregnancy, normal childbirth, and the normal postpartum period. The role of the midwife can vary. Like, we're also community builders. So I work in my community as a home birth midwife. There's some midwives who work in the hospitals. But essentially, we care for women during pregnancy. We deliver babies, and then we care for mom and babies up to 6 weeks postpartum. We're also wise women, intuitive women who are guardians of our community.
All right, cool, cool, cool. And the first official question I have for you here is, um, why do women get cravings for certain foods during their pregnancy?
Well, the cravings can actually be good, right? Because they often signal that your body needs a certain nutrient that you're not getting enough of. That's the intelligence of our design. In that, like, sometimes some people crave citrus fruits. Some people actually crave meat if they weren't eating meat before. That's like a really common craving. Eggs, and it's because there's a nutrient in that food that your body needs. So it could be that you need vitamin C, or that you need more protein. Even if you choose not to do it through animal, it is just a signal that you're needing that nutrient. And then you have some cravings that are like because of hormones. Like, as your hormones change, you might develop certain aversions, and so the only thing that you can eat might be French fries or something like that. So that's another common craving. And then there's also something called pica, where you have non-food cravings. You've probably heard of that. And that's mostly associated with nutrient deficiency. So, like, if you're deficient in iron or vitamin B or um, zinc, you can start to crave things like chalk, dirt, laundry detergent, baking soda, ice. Ice obviously is a food, but there's a mineral in that that your body needs.
That's wild. I never thought about that. The brilliance of the human body to kind of search out certain nutrients in need of it. I never heard that explanation. So, all right, really good. Thanks for that one. Next one we have is many people will be interested in this one. What are the best foods to eat during your pregnancy?
So, I mean, the number one food to consume during pregnancy, I would say, is protein, um, which can be a little bit more challenging if you're either a new vegan or you have a plant-based diet and you haven't figured out where to get the greatest sources of protein. But if you are plant based, I would say foods like quinoa, broccoli, legumes like beans, lentils. Those are really good foods to eat. And in addition to protein, you want to have a lot of healthy fat. So if you can eat an avocado a day or every other day, assuming that you're otherwise healthy, avocados are really good. Olive oil, coconut, and then gut healthy foods, because your gut microbiome is affected by what you eat, and also it can impact your baby's gut microbiome and your immune system and their immune system. So eating fiber rich foods, staying away from processed foods, eating whole grains, lots of fruits and veggies, things that keep your body regular. These are all really good foods to eat. And then, like I always say, just kind of in general, eating with the rainbow, eating lots of colorful foods, reds and oranges and yellows. That's how you know you're getting what you need.
And taking in this information, right? I take it as very important process to maybe learn how to cook before you get pregnant, because it
Oh,
seems
we're not gonna not cook shame people.
No, 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 it's not cooking shame because I just it's like to get those nutrients, and if you kind of like eat out majority of the time, it seems like it'd be very difficult, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that we should do before we get pregnant, and knowing how to nurture your body is certainly one of them. How to prepare foods, even if it's like you know how to make five really good dishes, that's good. But a lot of foods, it doesn't require like a gourmet meal for you to eat well. Like you can, if you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables, and you know how to prepare some whole grains and beans, you could get by with that even if you can't create like the plant-based raw lasagna, you know?
What are some quick combinations you would recommend for the sisters out there to really keep their body healthy?
So for both plant-based and carnivores, or you have
Yeah,
a
just open to everyone.
yeah. Okay, so now that we're going into the colder months, I love like Moroccan lentil soup. I think like if you're a new cook, lentil soup is the easiest possible thing that you can make, or like even navy bean soup. But let's stick with lentil because you can put so much stuff in lentil soup. Like you can put the winter squash that is coming up, like the acorn squash, the butternut squash. You can put coconut milk in it. You could put kale or some other like rough greens in it, and your garlic, your onion. You can even put chickpeas. I always put chickpeas in mine. So it's a good base to build up, and then it can last you for a few days. I think that's a really good one. Lentil soup, and then brown rice or quinoa, and whatever protein source that you like. So it could be black beans, it could be curry coconut chickpeas. It could be if you're a meat eater, bison or like chicken, like a what do you like the good chicken, or salmon. Salmon is really good. What do you call a good chicken when it's like
What organic? A grass, not
organic?
grass fed. Free range.
Free range, the
Free
free
range.
range chicken. I actually prefer turkey as a poultry over chicken, just because how turkeys are groomed versus how chickens are raised. So, and then also like a green, obviously. And I love like beets because you can use the whole beet. You can use the beet itself. You can use the juice of the beet. Like if you cook it with rice, you can make a pink rice. You can cook some beet greens. So those are some staples
And
to meals.
earlier you spoke about those cravings, right? What
Mm.
alternatives could they swap in to kind of, kind of reduce the the impact of the cravings on the body?
I mean, it depends on where the craving is coming from. So if we're talking about a nutrient deficient craving, like if you're craving ice, then the best way to deal with that is to get something like iron in your body. So it might be that you need like more beet juice, or you need more chlorophyll, or you need to maybe supplement even with like something like Floridix, which is a liquid based iron, and that will take away the craving. So as long as the craving isn't hurting you, it's not necessarily bad. If it's something like French fries, then obviously it could be. It's not just the fry itself. It could be like the texture, the smell. So maybe you need to imitate that with like making potatoes and roasting potatoes and putting all the same types of things in it and just getting it in a healthier form. So it depends on why you have the craving, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this conversation, it just brought me to think about another thing I want to throw in before we get to the next question. Sleep, right? Sleeps to be seems to be a big issue for women when they're pregnant. What
Mm.
advice could you provide to the sisters out there to assist to help them sleep better?
um, well, the reasons why people have a hard time sleeping in pregnancy are so different. But primarily it's like physical discomfort. Um, Also like getting up to pee can make it hard for you to sleep. So I would say get a body pillow to help you sleep if it's a physical discomfort. Also try different positions. So a lot of people try to you should lay on your left side, right? More than any other side, and certainly not on your back. But putting trying to lay like kind of semi reclined and hold your body up, that might help you sleep better. If you get therapeutic grade essential oils, these are not the oils that you'll find in Whole Foods. These are like the oils that you'll find at your chiropractor's office, like doTERRA or Young Living, the oils that you can actually ingest if you had to. But if you put them in a diffuser, lavender, that kind of thing, exercising can help with rest. Deep breathing, like listening to things at night, can help you to rest as well. and also magnesium. So this is a little recipe that's a takeaway. It's like a nighttime mocktail. So if you use tart cherry juice helps you to produce melatonin in your body naturally. And then you can get like a sparkling water or like a ginger ale even. You can get a stevia based ginger ale and put a little bit of magnesium, like calm. There's this calm powder magnesium, and you can make it like a mocktail and put like a dried orange in it, and you can make that as part of your nighttime routine to help you sleep as well.
And why should someone sleep on their left side?
Because it helps you to it helps with your circulation. It gives the baby the most optimal circulation on your left side.
All right, cool then. Um, those who are tuned in now will tune in. Make sure you get your tickets. Groundings with my brothers and sisters, October 12th, midnight. Assasiya, I said midnight. Midwife Asasiya will be there. Uh, Her workshop is called Nurturing Life, a Holistic Approach to Childbearing. Actually, I'll put the link for the event in the chat. Next question I have for you is, why is working out so important during pregnancy?
Yeah. So if you hadn't had a rigorous workout routine prior to pregnancy, I wouldn't necessarily say that that's the time to start. But certainly if you were exercising, you should continue exercising. And if you weren't, then you should do something that requires your blood flow to increase, like your heart rate to increase for at least 30 minutes a day. That can help with lots of things. Obviously, maintaining a healthy weight, helping to for your baby to not grow too big. It can help for you to avoid certain complications like gestational diabetes or preeclampsia. It can help with stress reduction. And one kind of unspoken benefit is the benefit that it has to the placenta being the oxygen and nutrient source for the baby. You allowing your body to like let your blood flow like that, and it kind of invigorates the placenta and allows it to give the baby more oxygen and nutrients efficiently. So, and for your snapback as well.
What's up with what about walking consistently every day?
Yeah, you should walk if you have a safe space to walk and the temperature is right, or even go to King of Prussia Mall or Cherry Hill Mall or wherever you are listening from. Walk your mall for 30 minutes a day or however often you can.
And I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of times people do say, like, where they live is unsafe. And if you do have a car, you do have access to travel, just go somewhere else. Because when I was
Mhm.
younger, I remember my mother used to take me to a different park than the park we lived in because the park
Mhm.
by our house is a little.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Don't let that be an excuse.
no,
Because even
no.
if you live in an urban environment, the suburb is like a train stop away,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And link up and you can hit the road with other people too to increase that safety.
for sure.
All right. So well, we appreciate the time. I just have can you explain what your workshop at the conference will be about?
Yeah, so you mentioned holistic, and holistic is just another way to say mind, body, and soul. So I'll be talking about the mind, body, soul connection in pregnancy, particularly as it relates to epigenetics. And epigenetics is a field of science that suggests that your mindset as well as your environment has a great influence on your biology and the way that your cells function, right? And even the DNA that is produced um, in your body. So, how does your mind, your body, your soul, and your environment play into the being that you're creating? And so, how do you think about your prenatal environment physically, spiritually, emotionally? And how to optimize that for the best outcome, not just physical outcome, but for spiritual and emotional outcomes and the constitution of this person that you're building, their personality even.
All right, so we give thanks for that. Make sure you come out groundings with my brothers and sisters here in Philadelphia, October 12th, to see Midwife Asasiya at her workshop, which will be about 50 minutes to an hour of power of nonstop teaching. Definitely looking forward to that. I have one more question before you leave. Um, has the midwifery grown tremendously, you think, in the last 5 to 10 years?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think so, and I think that it's grown. So it had a resurgence like in the 70s among white women, hippie-ish white women. But I feel like this new resurgence is among women like myself, like and even a little bit younger than myself, who we looked up to women like Jenny Joseph and Shafia Monroe, and now we have like this new guard of young women. A lot of them are doulas, so you might see and have heard of more doulas than midwives, but they are also transitioning into the world of midwifery, which is amazing. As hard as it is, they don't make the path easy. We are seeing a resurgence, so that's awesome.
That's a vibe. And we have a question here from King Simon Presents asking, how has your Caribbean background helped with your midwifery?
Well, you know, not in the way that you might think, right? Because I haven't had the good fortune of being able to practice midwifery in Jamaica. But as a Jamaican, we know that the tenacity that we have and also that fighting spirit, which I saw Dr. Umar speak of so eloquently recently, that fighting spirit, the spirit of freedom and justice, I feel like that's what's driven my goal to be a midwife because for me it's not really all about, moms and babies and that cute stuff. It's really about restorative justice for our community through birth. And so I think that that's how my background has um has spoken to my purpose, and also like just the drive that it takes to become a midwife because it's not very easy to do it this way. I think that's my mom, like, you could do anything, so just kind of pushing me. So I think it's more of my tenacity and my drive for justice.
All right. And anyone else in the chat, if you have a question, please put it there for the people's midwife, Midwife Asasiya.
Hey, King Simon. I know brother King Simon.
Oh, you know King Simon. All right.
He's a wise man like us.
How speaking about Jamaica, how have your Jamaican family been receptive to your being a midwife?
I think it was like a slow reception.
Yeah.
I think they didn't know really what to make of it, even though my mother was born at home. They, it's like kind of an old time thing for people when they hear it now. Like, why would you be helping people give birth at home? They're supposed to be at the hospital. But the more that they see, like, I'm serious about it, and they see kind of the opportunities that have come my way, I think that that's sold them on it.
All right. So Midwife Asasiya, we give thanks for the reason and we give thanks for the time. Looking forward to your presentation at Groundings with my brothers and sisters. Keep up the great work. And let the people know about your social media connection if they want to
Yeah,
find
you
you
can
there.
you can follow me on Instagram at the People's Midwife. That's usually the portal to find me everywhere else on YouTube and Facebook, but Instagram for sure at the People's Midwife.
And also let them know the website to read about your services.
InnerCircleMidwifery.com. All the standard spelling. Mhm.
Oh, uh, King Simon. King Simon put the information. Respect. King Simon put the information there in the chat the same way. All right. So
All
we
right. Thank you, King Simon.
all right. So we give thanks.
All right. Peace.